Okay, for the body, we will start the same way. Chain 1, 2, 6 single crochets in that second stitch. Place your stitch marker in that last stitch. Next, you want to place 2 single crochets in each stitch around, and I will carry my yarn tail at first. Remove your stitch marker and place your last 2 single crochets. Place your stitch marker in that last single crochet that you made. For the next row, you will do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the second stitch, and you will repeat around 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. Remove your stitch marker and complete your last 2 single crochets. Place your stitch marker. Next row, you will place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second, 2 single crochets in the third. Want to repeat around 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets. Move your stitch marker and complete your last 2 single crochets. Place your stitch marker back. For the next row, you'll place 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet, and then 3 single crochet. And in the next stitch, 2 single crochets, and you will repeat that around. Move your stitch marker and complete your last 2 single crochets for this row. Place your stitch marker back. For the next rows, we will complete our single crochets. There will be no increases, just single crochet rounds. Once you've completed your 6 rows of single crochets, our next row will be a decrease row. So you place a single crochet in your first stitch, single crochet in the second, single crochet in the third, and then you want to do your decrease over the next 2 stitches, and you will repeat that around back to your stitch marker. So 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and your decrease. Remove your stitch marker and complete your last decrease for this row. For your next row will be another decrease row. So 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet, and then you decrease over the next 2 stitches, repeating that pattern. Complete your last decrease. Place your stitch marker. For the next row will be another decrease row. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then you decrease over the next 2 stitches. Decrease, single crochet in the next, and then you decrease, and you repeat that around. Place your stitch marker in that last stitch that you made, and once you completed your last decrease row, you want to turn your work to the right side. So the next thing you want to do at this point, before we complete our next decrease row, is to stuff the body. Just want to fill the body with your stuffing. So we will complete our decrease row. So you place a single crochet in your first stitch, your decrease over the next 2 stitches, and then your single crochet, and you will repeat that around to your stitch marker. You complete your last decrease, and you want to move your stitch marker to that last stitch that you made. And you will complete a total of 2 single crochet rows around. You want to complete your last single crochet. Remove your stitch marker, and you want to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Pull your yarn through. Leave a long tail for sewing, for weaving your parts together. Okay. And we'll start the same way. Chain 2, 1, 2, place 6 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. Once you have your 6 single crochet, place your stitch marker in the last single crochet made. Next, you want to place 2 single crochets in each single crochet around. Move your stitch marker and complete your last 2 single crochets. For your next row, you will complete your increases. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the next, and you want to repeat that around. Move your stitch marker and complete your last 2 single crochets. Place your stitch marker back. You will place 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next, and then 2 single crochets, and you want to repeat that around. And you want to complete your last 2 single crochets. Next, you want to complete a total of 4 single crochet rounds, and we will meet back. And you want to complete your last single crochet. Place your stitch marker back. Our next row will be a decrease row. place a single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch, and then complete your decrease over the next 2 stitches. And you want to repeat that around. 1 single crochet in the first stitch, then single crochet in the next, and you decrease, and just repeat that pattern around. Complete your last decrease. Place your stitch marker. Row will be a decrease row. You place a single crochet in the first stitch, and you'll complete your decrease over the next 2 stitches, and you'll repeat that pattern around. And place your stitch marker, and at this time you can pull on your yarn tail, the beginning yarn tail, and you can weave in your tail. Okay, and at this time you need to turn your head to the right side like that. And you will stuff your head. Once you have stuffed your head, you will complete a row of decrease. So you do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, a decrease over the next 2 stitches, and then you want to do a single crochet, your decrease, single crochet, a decrease, single crochet, and your decrease. You want to remove your stitch marker, place it in the single crochet that you completed, and then you will do 3 rows of single crochets around, and we will meet back. Once you have completed your 3 rows of single crochets, you will have this. So at this point, you want to finish off your work. You want to skip over a stitch and go to the next, and you will do a slip stitch. Remember to leave a long tail for sewing or weaving in. Okay, so once you have that, I have a little opener. It comes in the bag without stuffing, just to open it a little. And I'm just going to place a little stuffing in that. Okay guys, so we have done a lot of work. We created our head, our body, our legs, our arms. So we just got to stitch it all together, and then we will have created our new doll to add to our family at Yarnsensation and at your family. So all we need at this point is our yarn needle, and the bottom I will kind of count up 1, 2, 3, and right between the third and fourth stitch right here, I want to stitch my legs. So what I would do is place my stitch marker in the middle, and when I stitch this on, I will not cross over that middle section. That way I will add the second leg at that point to come over. So once you have it threaded, you just want to place it at that stitch where it's going. Run your needle through it and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, and right on that fourth stitch, you will just wrap it around. You have this loop, pull your yarn needle through it and pull tightly so it will attach. And then you just want to continuously weave it in to your doll. Making sure to grab the front and back loops and just go over to your next stitch. And weave it in. Make sure that your stick is inside your leg as you're stitching it on. And then you want to go to the next stitch, grab your back, and go through the next stitch here and attach it. And grab your last one. And go through your last stitch on the leg. And attach. Okay, so our first leg is on. And what I do is I just weave it back through and repeat those steps to make sure that it is fully attached. And then you will move over and do the second leg. So once you have your legs on, the next thing we want to do is sew on our head. So our next thing will be to put the arms on. And you want to come right below the neck and attach on that first row. When you're coming up from the body, it'll be that first row, and you'll attach the arms. So you want to thread or put on your thread onto your yarn needle. And what I do for the arms is, before I get started, I just go through the stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then place it about right here on the body and just attach it. So we completed it, and to bring it to life, of course, we need eyes, nose, hair, and a cute little outfit to add to it. Okay, so that was fun. And the great part about it is, hey, she can wave at you. Can pose. She can bend her knees. And let's talk eyes. When adding the eyes for this particular one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right between 6 and 5, I would place her eyes. No, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between 6 and 7, I would place her eyes, and I would do them about 1, 2, about 3 stitches apart. And then her nose on the next row, and then give her a mouth, and I will start adding the hair on this row.